And we are back for another episode of Season 2 of Intern TV. We are here on the beautiful campus of Newman University, programming on Newman Media, and we got a great show of Intern TV here today. I'm Matt Dopp, always. Jeff Wilson's here.
Matthew Dopp.
Andrew Golden's here. How are you doing?
Wave to the people. Doing great. How you doing? It's a beautiful day out.
It is beautiful out. You know, I'm always wearing shorts, so I'm not wearing dress pants, so I love this weather.
Let me tell you, 50 degrees in February is totally different than a 50-degree day in like October.
Yeah, it slaps.
In October, I'd be bumbled.
I don't know about that.
I enjoy it.
No, it's
well,
a
it's
good
every year. Every year there's a random day random day or two in February where it's like 50, 60, 70 degrees out for no reason, and then the next
3
week it's
inches
20.
of snow.
Yeah, so boom. Hopefully not. How you got in your car? You like driving in the snow?
No, I hate driving in the snow.
Yeah,
Right.
good.
There you go.
All right. So we got a great guest today. Danielle Davis is coming on. She's an accounting major here at Newman, and she's done some really cool internships for some really incredible companies. So if anyone, I guess we could maybe drop a little hint. The Flyers are going on the PECO Power Play.
Yeah, we're in.
So hey, let's bring a little teaser. Don't drop it yet,
teaser,
even
don't
though we
say
kind of did. So hey, Danielle, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, doing great. Thanks for coming here and bearing with this bad acapella we got here. So like I said, you're accounting major here. You've done a couple of good internships. So I guess take us through what you got going on, some of your past internships, and I'm really excited to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, so I first interned with Keller Williams. It was a real estate company. I worked personally with one of the agents. I did a lot of marketing material for him. It wasn't, accounting related, but it was something that piqued my interest. I do want to get into investing in real estate, so I took on the opportunity to learn like the ins and outs of what goes on like the agent side of everything. And then I moved into a role with PECO. I was working for the workweek management team for the Delchester region this summer. And then when it came time to figure out what I wanted to do while I was in school this year, I was applying to different banking positions. And then, I was talking to my manager about it. And she actually mentioned that the senior business analyst didn't match with a co-op from Drexel for the analytical internship, or their co-op actually. So they offered me the co-op. Newman doesn't do co-ops, so then we just made it into like a really long-term, like about a 7-month full-time internship, and that's where I'm now.
That's big.
That is big. Hey, we'll give you a round of applause for that.
So what kind of made you jump from working in real estate?
Real estate houses.
Thank you.
Houses.
And then jumping into a company like PECO.
So my brother works for PECO, and they're like an amazing company to get into. They have great benefits. They just treat their employees really well. It's a utility. It's something that is always going to be around. It's always going to be needed. So I thought, I really want to work for them. I thought maybe going into a corporate accounting role with them. So just having an internship, to get your foot in the door was a great way to start off, hopefully a career with them.
So you said that, real estate is something that you might want to eventually get into. How beneficial was it to get that first internship and, kind of get your feet wet and see, behind the scenes of what goes on a day-to-day basis?
It was really good, actually. Like I said, I worked one-on-one with one of the agents, so I did a lot of, marketing material, but I was able to look at the stats of houses and what they were selling for, what the market was like in different areas all around Delaware County. And then eventually he moved into a little bit of Delaware. So on the side of doing, the marketing materials and putting together events for them to connect with people, I was able to just do my own research with the access to their MLS website to see the houses before they were even on the market, and then seeing what they sold for, whether it was under or over asking price. Just seeing all that kind of stuff and, analyzing it myself, thinking about the numbers was really beneficial.
Yeah, no, that's really cool because, like you said, when you invest in real estate and, you have some house on the side, that's free money you get. So
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you there. But you brought up PECO. You said you did a little bit of corporate accounting. That kind of shows that you're a lot smarter than I am because I don't know what that means. So when you talk about doing corporate accounting, what is that? What are some of the things you did for them? And, I guess teach me.
So I didn't do any corporate accounting for them. I'm doing an analytical position.
Okay.
But the difference is, since you don't know, between corporate accounting and public accounting is public accounting, you're working for a firm, you're doing work, tax work, audit work, for companies that hire you to do their services. You know, you're putting together their annual statements, or you're auditing the company to make sure their annual statements are correct, and making sure everything follows like the standards, GAAP, everything. And being in corporate accounting, you're doing the work to then get audited. Like, you're doing the work inside the company. And Professor Graber here likes to refer to corporate accounting for a small company as being the big fish in the small pond. So that's kind of like a goal of mine, be the big fish.
It's a good analogy.
It is a great analogy. He's good for those.
Jeff Graber,
Yeah.
great guy. Great first name.
He's big into real estate too.
He is big in real estate.
Okay, back to our guest.
There we go.
So you were talking about how you wanted to get into the PECO, and that's kind of where you wanted to be. I'm drawing a blank on what I was going to say. So Jeff, do you have a question?
Here we go, taking over. So anyway, I know you mentioned that you're doing basically a full-time internship with PECO now, or co-op with PECO now. How has that experience been? You know, how has it differed from your original internship, and you know, what are your plans for after this internship?
So that was a double-sided question, I guess.
Thank you.
But no, so right now I'm doing analytical work. You know, I'm putting together the forecast, putting together, you know, the month-end closing files that we have. Just now I was working on the overtime report and like forecasting what our overtime is going to be in the coming months. I do a lot of Excel, basically, is what my job is now. Over the summer, I worked on one project, which was the engines system that PECO uses, and it's the communications between, you know, PECO, Comcast, Verizon, anybody that attaches to the poles that you see all around. They put in tickets. They have to move their technology from an old pole to a new pole, or if something breaks, car accidents, and just trying to clean up the system of tickets. Like, they had a backlog from like 2008 that I spent my summer cleaning up, trying to figure out a process to make it work better. So I dipped in Excel then, and then now with my position now in the analytics, I've learned so much of Excel that I didn't know existed, because I took this internship before I even took the Excel course here at Newman. I'm in it now, so now I can do the Excel course, you know, easy. It's like the back of my hand. I'm reading the directions. I'm like, oh, I know how to do this. But the most amazing thing from this experience so far was learning Excel and knowing how vital it is.
So I remember my question.
There we go. I'll clap for you for that one.
Thank you. So you said you wanted to get into PECO, and it's something you really wanted to do. Has this internship exceeded your expectations, and kind of why has it, if it did?
Exceeded as in made it better, or made me even...
Like when you went into it, were you expecting like what you got into, or has it exceeded it, meaning like you're learning new things and there's different things there's more that goes into it?
Yeah, so before the internship, I didn't really know what to expect, because I didn't know what role I was going to get over the summer before I was even offered the extended co-op. I was really nervous, as anybody is going into any internship. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's PECO. I didn't think I was ever going to get this. So like I said, and I've repeated it, I didn't know what to expect. But just the communication between engineers and my managers and HR, it's phenomenal. I've been in companies, I've had a full-time job since I was a freshman in college, so I've worked with other companies, and the communication throughout PECO, the support that they have, the opportunities that they have is just amazing. Like I said, learning Excel, that was such an asset to, you know, my career going forward. And currently my manager is, you know, she's helping me connect with other people. She's put me in touch with some of her friends outside of PECO that work for Ernst & Young or Price Waterhouse. She's helping me with my resume. She's going to give me feedback, you know, way more than I could have ever expected from one internship.
Nice.
Awesome. Hey.
Love that.
Well, Danielle, you said you were a little nervous heading into first day of your internship. I hope you're not nervous for this, because we got quick six coming at you. We're going to fire 6 questions at you, hopefully quick. Jeff, you're up.
Here we go. If you could remove one letter from the alphabet, which one would it be?
Z.
Oh, all right.
I know you got a new car, so what car did you get and why?
I got a Toyota RAV4 2021 because I've wanted a RAV4 since I was like 16.
Big spender, Danielle pimping.
That's PECO money.
PECO money. I like that. This is going to take a quick 360 or 180, I mean. What's your favorite plant?
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 Plant.
Plant.
Legal
Could I say
plant.
my least favorite? It's a cactus.
Oh,
Okay.
that works.
That works.
I'll accept it.
I had a cactus when I was younger. It died. Anyway,
like a cactus
what's your
over
favorite planet?
Planet?
Ooh, yeah.
I hate space.
Wow.
Saturn.
Wow.
It's pretty.
All right.
Yeah, it's got some rings. That's a good answer. So, Danielle, I hope you're never in this situation, but if you were on death row and you got to pick your last meal, what would you pick?
Rolls from Texas Roadhouse and rattlesnake bites.
Wow. All right.
This is a layup, but would you rather it snow or rain?
Rain.
Fair enough.
I think I'd
Fair
rather
enough.
it snow.
I
Not
like the
me.
snow, but I'm also cold all the time.
The
so.
rain's
I
kind of
agree.
depressing.
I hate being cold.
Anyway,
Hey,
that was a great quick six.
that was great quick six. Yeah, hey. Great answers. Hey, Danielle, thank you for coming. Good luck with everything you got going on in the future. It seems like you're a big brain individual, so you're going to go really far in whatever, the field that you choose. So we're rooting for you. We'll be watching you. So thank you for coming, and we enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. And hey, if you do something good, we'll bring you back. Absolutely.
Grand Thornton's
Yes.
coming up next.
That's right.
Next, there it is.
There we go. We'll give her a clap. So as always, Jeff, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Andrew, thank
It
you.
was an honor.
And a privilege. And we want to thank all of our fans, everyone at Newman Media for putting up with us. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Intern TV. Bye.